All right. Good morning, guys. Hello, hello. Well, I started with scrubbing my hands. I scrubbed my hands all the way to my elbows with antibacterial soap to make sure because I cook with my hands. Okay. So, therefore, everybody helps me cook has to wash their hands all the way to their elbows. Okay. All right. Give you an idea of what I'm cooking today. As you can see, there are several tables set up here. This first table right here is set up for making dressing. Okay. Then we have brownies. And over here, we have turkey. Back here on these back tables, we have our chopping station for onions and celery. Then we have our potato section for fixing potatoes. And then we have our candied yams down at the end. Over here on this table, we have our green bean station and our extras. Down here at the end, we have the gift is in the giving bags that we will give to our police officers to give away with apples, oranges, cheese crackers, beef sticks, and an I love you, a happy Thanksgiving note, okay? Will go in those, all right? And I've got a few more items that will go in those too. I've got some little shampoos and some and body lotions and body baths, that little ones that will go in those bags too, for the police officers to give to their when you see somebody that's homeless or somebody that's in need, of a little cheering up, we ask our officers let our officers know the gift is truly in the giving, and to give those out on Thanksgiving to folks that aren't sitting at home eating dinner with family. Some of our homeless here, we do have few, and so we make up bags for them to give away. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Florida Mama Bear. How are you doing today? Well, right now I'm all alone. I'm hoping that some volunteers show up. Otherwise, somebody's going to have to show up. They sent me 21 to 25-pound turkeys, and I ain't supposed to lift anything over 6 pounds. So I'm hoping I get some volunteers here pretty soon to help me with them turkeys. I got 4 of them thawed. One of them is for our dinner here, which I don't serve until Wednesday. So I actually put it on Wednesday morning. Okay, so we serve hot here, but I serve all the law enforcement officers cold. So I can prepare their turkeys. I am cooking for the Branson Police Department, which is fully loaded. I think we got over 100 officers there. Then I serve the Taney County Sheriff's Department. That's another 70, 75. Then I serve the Hollister Police Department. That's another 50, 55. And then I serve the Volunteer Fire Department, which is over 100. So there's a little over 300 meals that go out. On Tuesday at noon, they are to come here and pick it up. Cold. They will be receiving a turkey, a pan of dressing, a pan of green bean casserole, a pan of yams, and they'll also get brownies and a cake. The cakes are donated by Country Mark. She does a beautiful job on the cakes. They're half white, half chocolate, and she usually decorates them for each department, including us that volunteer here and live here at Stagecoach RV Park. Now, I will be making 1 extra pan of dressing. That's for me. I only make this dressing once a year because it isn't something I can just pour a box in. It's an actual dressing. We'll be toasting up the bread. We'll be sauteing chopping the celery and the onions. We'll saute the celery and onions in real butter. along with some sage and some poultry seasoning. And then we will add some eggs. The secret to my dressing is eggs. It makes it more cake-like. And so we're going to have dressing. That's a big job. Potatoes is a big job. Okay, all them potatoes got to get scrubbed. Okay, then they got to be put in a pot and brought to a boil, and then taken out and peeled. I like peeling them after I blanch them because then I can peel them with a plastic knife or a spoon. I prefer a plastic knife to peel them with because it just works good once you parboil them potatoes. Then all them potatoes got to get chunked, small chunks preferably, because we're going to boil them up and make mashed taters. My mashed taters will contain salt and pepper. They'll also have real butter in my mashed taters also. And then we add a little carnation evaporated milk to thin them out and make them nice and fluffy, that we can mix them with a mixer and get a nice fluffy potatoes. Okay, so everybody gets something really good. Yeah, I know, Florida Mama Bear. If you were here, you'd be in this kitchen already helping me. I know that. Well, I do have some people coming. And that lucky family, they're going to be driving down here all the way from Buffalo, which is like 60 miles north of here, maybe 70 miles north. They're coming in this morning. They called me, so they'll be here. I have a surprise for them. I have a little smaller turkey, and I'm going to send them home with all the fixings to make themselves a Thanksgiving dinner for coming and helping me. That's things they show up, okay? There's mom and daddy and the two kids, teenagers, and they's going to learn how you cook for a mass of people today. All right, I'm going to get started. I won't be doing a lot of talking because I'm cooking. But y'all can watch and see what I do and how much it takes to prepare this Heroes Feed. This is our 5th annual Heroes Feed. Hello, Carrie. Yeah, it's our 5th annual Heroes Feed, and we're going to make sure that they're fed a good homemade Thanksgiving dinner. Now, we serve them dinner on Tuesday cold, and they can reheat it, but it allows them to have Thanksgiving dinner on Tuesday, skip turkey on Wednesday, and have turkey and ham again on Monday, on Thursday, which will be Thanksgiving Day itself. All right, guys. Hi there, everybody. Y'all chat with yourselves in the chat because I'm not going to be walking over here reading it. Okay? If you have a special message for me, you can call me on my phone. I will be answering my phone today. It's 417 239 4320. And you all can have a blessed day and enjoy the cooking. Stay a while, rest a while, come back and see what I'm doing later on. But right now, I need to go to washing up the celery and washing up them, stripping and cleaning them onions. Since I'm here by myself, I'll go ahead and get that done. So y'all notice I'm going to work this up, but I'm going to cut off about 4 inches from the end of this here celery. Because when celery is stuffed inside the cavity of the turkey, it really does make the turkey hold its moisture. Okay, I want to take these back over here, make sure I got them good and clean. I don't want nobody eating dirt. By the way, I have cleaned my tables. I wiped the tablecloths down. Did that the other day. And I will wash these really good before I put them in the turkey. Okay. And an extra one. We're making stuffed celery for hors d'oeuvres for Arden. Okay, I took care of that. Now I'm gonna bring the trash can around here. I guess you guys can still see me back here. Because I'm gonna start preparing these onions. And I'm gonna sit down to do that. I'm gonna bring my walker up here. Oh, Goodness gracious. Always remove the outer layer of the onion. Uh, to ensure that I get the softest, tenderest part of the onion for cooking. Got both ends off. I chose yellow onions. They was on sale. I guess you can use sweet by days. I have, for color, I have mixed in red onions into my dressing just to add a little color. And again, these onions is bought at Walmart, so they got bad spots in them. That just is a par for the course for Walmart. Got to make sure you cut out all the bad onion. Oh, okay. Okay. a dull knife. Okay. These are my grandfather's knives. My mother used them for years, and it's easier to cut yourself on a dull knife than it is a sharp one. But when you know the knife is sharp, you happen to be a little more careful. But a dull knife, a sharp knife will cut you, but it won't hurt as bad. Now, for those life hackers out there, if you take this end piece of the onion, it has root on it. If you place it in water, like a dish of water, it'll start to grow new roots, and you can plant it in your garden and grow another onion. Okay? Just for those who want to know. Same way with those celery ends. You take them celery ends and stick them in some water, and you can grow yourself some more celery. They'll continue to grow as long as they get a little light, and just leave them in good fresh water. Change the water now and then. And you can have celery, especially if you're living on a fixed income like me, and you got a kitchen. I don't have a kitchen. I live in a travel trailer. But if you got a good kitchen, where you've got a place that you can set a glass with, or a bowl with your onion, celery butts in it, you can use that. That celery will continue to grow right there in your kitchen, and you can have you some fresh celery for fixing salads or whatever, and you only had to buy one stalk of celery. Okay. Now these will all get a rinsing before we start chopping, so as you know. Now, the secret to my family recipe for dressing, I have lots of secrets. Lots of onion and celery. Okay? Sauteed till super tender in real butter. Always sprinkle them with a little sage. I give them a little sage. I put a little bit of poultry seasoning in and as they're sauteing with the butter and remembering to use the broth. Don't throw that water away or that liquid away because it's butter. Saute these onions in butter. I use lots of butter in my turkey. I use lots of butter in my dressing. And I even use a little butter in my yams. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How about that? How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm still waiting on some volunteers to show up.
I've already got a bunch of stuff. Holy cow.
Honey, I'm cooking for 300.
300. I didn't know how many it was.
Well, by the time you get through with, Branson's got 100. Hollister's got about 60.
Oh, so you're not just doing Branson, you're doing the whole area.
I do Taney County Sheriff's Department.
Wow.
I do both Branson Police Department, Taney County, I do Branson, Hollister, Taney County Sheriff, and all the volunteer firefighters.
Wow.
So we figured out it comes to about 300 mouths to feed, but I've got today and tomorrow to get it all cooked. This time, Bill Wright had forgotten us, okay, when they delivered turkeys.
Oh, no.
So I gave him a call, and the lady at Bill Wright called Walmart and ordered us everything that they would normally send us, except I normally get 16-pound turkeys. I got 25-pound turkeys.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm hoping I get some volunteers because I can't even lift those turkeys out of that refrigerator back there. They've been thawing in that refrigerator. They were so frozen. I actually had to unplug the refrigerator because I had all them solidly frozen turkeys in there. Set up crack the door open a little, set up a fan and let the cold air circulate. That took till about 2 o'clock in the morning. I was checking on them about every hour. About 2 o'clock in the morning, they were thawed enough that I could turn the refrigerator on, shut the door. So, but no, this dinner consists of homemade dressing, which I'm working on right now. Ain't no box dressing, go to my law enforcement officer. And this is an old family recipe, so I'll make it just the way my grandpa, and my mother did. So it was one of the family favorites. So I have made them fresh dressing every year. Okay. They get turkey. They get dressing. They get mashed taters. They get candied yams, green beans, brownies. They get a cake. Country Mart in Hollister has that bakery there has donated our cakes every year for 5 years now.
Cool.
Which is absolutely amazing. With Bill Wright and the Veterans Task Force, doing the distribution, Bill Wright does the purchasing, and she really did. She come through, but not that she went above and beyond, because I'll tell you what, I normally send Branson 2 turkeys because of the size of their department.
Yeah.
But this year, I set aside the big 25-pound turkey.
Yeah.
Which is equal to 2, basically.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And I think the sheriff's department's getting the next biggest one because last year they even had enough to feed some of the inmates and the jailers. Okay, so just so it gets ate. And then over there on that table is what I call the gift is in the giving bags. I'll make up little bags with oranges and apples and crackers and beef sticks and things, and little shampoos and conditioners and all. And I ask them to take them and give them away to the homeless. Okay, when they see somebody that looks like they have a need, they can reach into their squad car and get a bag. Each of the bags will say written on it, the gift is in the giving, not the receiving. okay? Which is my philosophy. It is better to give than receive. So, I'm hoping, they said they'd be here, they're coming all the way from Buffalo. They
Oh,
may
wow.
hit some traffic.
Okay, that's
Yeah, they're driving all
Do you want
the
me
way.
to, before I start filming, do you want me to help cut some of this celery?
Oh, you wanna help?
Yeah.
Yeah, that celery's done. It's ready to be chopped up. Here, I'll move that so you can have this chair right here. It's the easiest spot. That's why it's set up like that. And I cut them about a 1/4 inch
Okay.
thick. Okay? If they're really wide, I split it, you know. But
About that big?
you're gonna have to pull through or they're gonna stay together. Yeah. Okay, we are on live, by the way. I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
We are live, okay? I have a whole internet family out there that couldn't be here. Florida Mama Bear was the first one to chime in this morning. She said, "Oh, I wish I was there to help you." Okay, because I've been physically out. There's no way I can lift those turkeys. Somebody's gonna have to come clean turkeys because I can't. But I put the turkeys in. Okay, secret to the turkey is with an onion soup mix.
Okay.
You rub it down. You put butter in it first.
Mm.
Split the breast and put in a little bit of butter inside the breast cavity area, and that you make just under the skin.
Mhm.
And then I put them in I stuff the stalk of celery, the end of the celery,
Like this?
the end. I use that in the dressing. I use all of that. No, the end piece. Okay.
Oh, yes, those are there. Okay.
Right. You take that and you put it up inside your turkey.
Oh, okay.
It makes your turkey moist. Okay. Helps hold the moisture into your turkey. And I put it in a roasting bag.
Okay.
And I stick it in those roasters over there. I got 3 of them
perfect.
total,
Yeah.
but I'm only gonna be cooking 2 turkeys at a time today. Because there's a lot of other stuff to go. If somebody gets that turkey clean. Now last year, I didn't, and years before, I would have the giblets, you know, the neck,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
giblets. And I use them, I boil them to make my broth, okay? But nobody wanted them. So this year, I'm gonna send, we got 3 canines between Branson and the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
We got 3 canines. So
Oh, no.
this year, I'm sending them innards and a neck, you know?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I even bought special Ziploc bags to send out to them so that they get a nice Thanksgiving dinner too. And we all know that them innards are really good for canines.
Oh, yeah.
So,
My dog would really appreciate that.
this is your pan for putting that stuff
Okay.
in when you get through with it. Okay. All right. Now, let's get these washed. Rinsed off. So, what's your name?
I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma. You're with the Globe, right?
I'm with KY3.
You're with KY3. Okay. Glad to have you here. This is our, like I said, this is our 5th year of making sure that our law enforcement officers and firefighters all get a good Thanksgiving year. Because they work. You know,
yeah.
They work right through the holidays.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving, I'm working Thanksgiving, so I'm going with Logan Rogers Flyer. I'm gonna be spending the day with them and like talking to them about what they do. So yeah, I'll be with first responders on Thanksgiving. It'll be fun.
Oh, great.
I'm
Great.
excited.
Okay, I'm going to get this out because this does make cutting onions a whole lot easier.
Oh, yeah, Madeline.
Give it a good scrubbing.
Do you want to cut these celery tops up too?
Huh?
Do you want to cut these up too?
Yep, it all goes in there. Now, I'll tell you a little secret, sweetie. Go ahead and get those cutting that, then we'll show you something. Okay? Of course, I grew up in a restaurant. Okay, I started waiting tables. I was 5 years old. So, okay, what you want to do is you want to grab a bundle.
Okay.
Okay. Now this one here's a little wide. It's going to need to be split. These are all the fine size. So what you want to do is you want to start at the top. Okay. Start at the top of your celery and cut your leaves off. Okay. Now you're going to work with the whole thing, whole stalk of celery, so that you. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, but they're all going to be put down. Okay?
Yeah.
So I just use that and it makes it a whole lot easier. Okay? There's a lot of celery there. And it always goes through them easier too. You don't have them want to stick together.
Yeah. So you do celery, carrots.
I don't do that celery. I don't do carrots. I do celery and onions. Celery, onions, sauteed in butter, sage, and poultry seasoning.
Yeah.
Okay, that all goes down in a pot. Now I slow simmer it. I'll let you finish this. I slow simmer it until this celery is really tender, where you can mash the celery with a spoon.
Oh.
Okay, so. I started out washing all the celery, and then on the onions, I like to set this up at the thickest part. Set it up thick, and grate it, and then walk it through there. And I might not grate it; it might just be better to do it this way. Yeah. Come on, go through there. I said it was easier, but I'm not so sure about that. I just got the mandolin and thought, okay, I can use it. I got a feeling it's going to be better to my old-fashioned way. This like that. Something that makes you cry.
Yeah.
Brings tears to your eyes. Where I usually, a friend of mine went and got the onions, so I normally have got the sweet Vidalias, so I didn't cry so much. And I don't have a toothpick up here. If I had a toothpick, I would cry it off. Put a toothpick between your teeth. Hold a toothpick between your teeth if you had teeth while you're chopping onions, and you won't shed a tear. Okay? Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be easier if I just do it this way. By the way, guys, if you're on there online, always cut your onion in half so you can lay the flat to the cutting board. Otherwise, that onion's going to roll around and you're going to cut your finger off. So, one of those safety tips. And again, a good sharp knife works best. And said these knives are as old as I am, and I'm 70. These knives here have been around a while. They were my grandfather's knives before me. They was my mother's knives after my grandfather passed away. And I have been using these knives every single Thanksgiving dinner I've cooked over the years. They sharpen up really nice. They stay sharp. But the key is never let them soak in water. You know, when you get through using the knife, wash it up, dry it good, and that saves your handles. But these old knives, they's riveted with a wooden handle on them, good and easy to handle. Oh, I'm glad you came.
Me too.
Onion goes flying. So, how long you been with KY3?
6 months.
Oh, Lily, you're a babe in the
Yeah.
woods, honey.
I grew up in Wright County, so I know the area.
Did you hear about our wall?
Yes, yeah.
We were unable to finish it. It's supposed to have names of living vets, preferably, the vets that visit here. And okay, I've got to get something in my nose. Be right back. I gotta have some water. I don't see any paper. Yeah, there's paper. My nose is wanting to run. I gotta catch it. Oh, onion juice. Makes my nose run. Okay. Set my towel. So, I talked with the owner. Let's see. My pen, it got down to like 25 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
And my paint pen froze.
Oh.
So, it froze before we got the names on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it got down to 25 degrees.
Yeah.
It's water-based paint. So therefore, it really, they had a hard time finishing the Uncle Sam and the fish because it got so cold. But they managed to heat the wall up and do it, which was a blessing. And I had lost 5 of the expected artists due to the government shutdown.
Oh.
Most of my artists were vets or retired vets, and they weren't sure if they was going to get paid at the time when they really needed to make the plane reservations and stuff to come here.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to come here not knowing whether they're going to get paid. And you have to make them reservations,
Oh, yeah.
ahead of time. So, but they said they might come back in the spring and help us finish it.
Good.
The owner says he knows the lady who does the pediatric unit of murals in Springfield. And I guess she's going to try to come down this spring
That's good.
and help add some of the I Spy stuff to the wall.
That's good.
That wall ended up actually depicting 4 different seasons because we honor our vets not once a year, not for a whole week, we honor our day 365 days here in Branson. And it just happened that way. I think it was a God thing. So that I still have to put in my spring flowers just back in, but it got too cold. And so that'll be a spring thing.
It was pretty that weekend, and then it warmed right up. I don't know.
You know, it did things that, but everything is going to be exactly as he wanted it to be, so it doesn't matter. He's in control of that weather. We did get it painted. We still got some bricks to paint.
Yeah.
We still got to put some I Spy stuff in the wall. And we still got to put the logos on. We had the logos in of people that donated $100 to help make the event, pay for things like flyers, paint. We were unable to do that because the bricks are not smooth.
Oh.
They're rough.
Yeah.
And the logo still won't go. So this spring, I'll have to do a spot with concrete grout, okay, and smooth out the wall in an area where the logos are going to go. Because we had Stagecoach RV Park, Branson Family Retreat, Sherwin-Williams Paint, Central Bank, and Soup Mama, which is one of our people, our lives. She's kind of like the leader of the convoy group as far as live streamers go. And she paid $100 to have the logo put on the wall, which is like super cool. But that's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
All right? Mother Nature has to do her thing first. And as soon as she does her thing, then we will I put it out on Facebook, Branson Buzz, everywhere, and I need volunteers this year. Thank you. Never expected to have a TV personality helping me. Said I'm waiting on them, but they did have to drive all the way from Buffalo.
Yeah,
She called
wow.
me yesterday and said, we're coming, we'll be there, give me directions, make sure I have them coming to the right spot. So she's a vet, and she's got two beautiful teenage kids.
Yeah.
She wanted them to learn how to cook. Well, ain't no place like this to learn how to cook Thanksgiving dinner for. I don't know how to cook for a small group. I can't cook for myself. Okay? I've raised 10 children.
Yeah.
And over the years, I had over 42 foster children. So on Sundays like this, I would have actually 2 football teams. I had goal to goal, 50 yards, goal to goal in my yard. And so I always fed a herd. And then I was in the Civil Air Patrol. And I was the master cook on the bivouacs. I did cook, but I was the, boss, you might say, teaching them how to cook out in the field. I was there for 4 years. Of course, then I did Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. And like I said, my family owned a restaurant. So the best way to keep track of your grandkids is have them working in the restaurant. I was able to wait tables when I couldn't even look over the tables. Which was good for me. I made good money.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, when you get a freckled face, redheaded little girl wearing pigtails
Oh, yeah.
who don't even know how to write yet, but yet takes your order verbally and remembers it all, I made good money.
Oh, yeah.
I made enough money I could buy all the things I wanted. My parents bought all the things I needed, but I was able to afford to buy myself all the things I wanted because they tips, good tips. I keep telling people I want to open up a hospitality school here in Branson because we're losing. The most thing when I ran my bus company here, the thing people remembered most and wanted to take home to their own state was the friendliness of the people. Well, that's diminished. And I really think we need a hospitality school or teach folks the proper way to wait tables in Princeton. It's different than other places. You got a card thingy in every restaurant, and every waitress should memorize it. And I don't know if they still do it, but it used to be you could go 15 minutes before show started, and if there was any seats left, you could get them for free if you worked in the restaurant or hospitality business. Okay? And I encourage every waitress in town to go see the shows.
Oh yeah.
You can't promote something you have not seen.
Oh yeah.
You know, I told the guy over at Soccer Town, I can't afford Soccer Town. I told him, I says, I'm a morale officer for Princeton. You want me to promote your show? I can't promote something I ain't seen, so he gave me a free ticket. And I haven't seen David yet, but I've all the others. You know, I've never seen that way because it's true. You can't tell somebody what's the best show for them if you ain't seen it.
Oh, yeah. My family, we're going to see David in December. I'm getting married in December, and my parents.
Oh, honey, don't do that.
My parents, we.
Why are you making a contract with the IRS? Why are you bringing the IRS into your home? Because you know what? That piece of paper, the only thing that piece of paper really does, okay? It's for taxes.
Yeah.
Okay? And the thing is that with the head of household thing now these days, I've been married 3 times and divorced 3 times. And divorcing was hard.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you never get married without a prenup. Make sure you got somebody, a good lawyer, to draw you up a prenup.
Oh, yeah.
Because you may not think you have anything, and when you're in the throes of love, we sometimes forget the practical things.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, I wrote up her prenup. He was responsible for all maintenance on automobiles, and the yard was written in there. And he was responsible for cooking all meals. She would buy all the ingredients, okay? She would do the laundry, okay? And mop and clean the house, okay? But that was all written in there so that there was no mistake on whose responsibilities was what and what was expected, okay? When you start expecting people to, you know what they could, and everything that he brought into the marriage, he walked out with in the prenup, and everything she brought into the marriage, she walked out with. They were to maintain separate banking accounts and one mutual banking account.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
She held on to her last name.
We're actually hyphenating ours, so we don't
That's what she did
we'll take each other's.
because that way she could have an account in her maiden name. Okay? And it also helped with her Social Security, all the paperwork and everything else. She just hyphenated it. But when, after, I think, 8 years, they decided to divorce, it made it a whole lot easier. The prenup come into play.
Yeah.
And there was no, you know, she didn't have to have a lawyer to do a divorce. She just did it. Which, now that looks like a lot, but it isn't.
No, it'll cook down, yeah.
When you're cooking 6 pans of dressing,
Oh, yeah.
looks like a lot, but it really ain't.
I was making some of the spinach the other day. I used a whole bag of spinach. My fiance was like, Emma, that's so much. And then 2 minutes later, he was like, where'd it all go? Because it just shrinks.
Same as with cooking cabbage.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had fried cabbage?
I've never had fried cabbage. I've done roasted and.
I tell you what, fried cabbage is so good. People tell me, I hate cabbage. So you ain't have fried. You take cabbage, and of course you shred it, you know, like you do normally, but you cook it and bake it first
Okay, wow.
with some fried taters, some little chunks of taters, and a little bit of onion, and you fry it till it's golden brown. And I'll tell you what, I got people that said they never eat cabbage. So I like fried cabbage. Because it gets all that good bacon grease in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And then a lot of times I add bacon, the bacon that I cook to make the grease.
Mhm.
I chop that up and add that to it also.
Oh, well.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's one of our recipes. I used to serve fried cabbage at the restaurant.
Was the restaurant here in Branson or?
No, down at the Lake of the Ozarks, it was on T Highway. Right outside of Versailles.
Yeah.
Between Versailles and Gravois. There for many years, it burnt. But, had little cottages we rented out
Oh, yeah.
before they had B&Bs.
Mhm.
And raised our own hogs, butchered, smoked our own hogs. Grandma ran a garden, so all the veggies served in the restaurant came from the garden. All the pork and bacon came from our own hen, our own smokehouse. And then we butchered, we used to have, we had whole milk. I had 2 cows I milked every day.
Mhm.
And so we would have fresh milk. We had chickens, we'd have fresh eggs. And of course, then it wasn't the tourist industry it is today, okay? That was back in the 50s, late 60s, early 60s.
Mhm.
So, I think he opened up in 1954.
Okay.
So, and then my aunt, she had West Ice Cafe in Kansas City off of 18th Street and State Line, State Road.
Yep.
And that's where my kids, you know the way to keep teenagers from getting in trouble on Friday and Saturday night?
Work.
Make them more students and have their own restaurant. You know where they're at,
Yep, that's fair.
and they's learning something, and they's making money for their own wants.
Oh, yeah.
Not every last one of them. The last 2 didn't, but we wasn't, the rest we wasn't there. We was in Union, so I put them to work in the nursing home every Friday and Saturday. Actually every day they had to go to the nursing home as a feeder.
Mhm.
Learn to feed those people.
Mhm.
Respect your elders. But work.
Yep.
You know, they all walked across the stage and grabbed a diploma.
Yep.
Every last one of them went on to have a career, not a job. They all made good grades. One, Deanna graduated #1 student in the entire state. Ended up with 6 scholarships.
Oh.
So, look at this. You and I are pretty much together here. Sink's over there, sweetie. Towels are hanging, the hand towel is hanging on this end of the stove. When your kids graduate like that, you know, and they go on and you feel like you've done a good job,
Yeah.
eh? I got one that went to college to study nuclear engineering.
Yeah.
Met her husband, Todd. They've been married now. I think they've celebrated their 30th or 40th anniversaries. And he made enough money she didn't need to work then, so she was able to raise her kids at home. And she's got, I think, 4 with master's degrees.
Wow.
So, touchdown right there. So, and then when she became an empty nester, she went and became the postmaster.
Oh, all right.
Joined the post office. Okay, that's done. Now we're gonna get them on with. Okay, let me see. Think we can get all that in here?
Getting most of it probably.
I'll drop 2 sticks of butter in this pot. The sage. I think it's
So here, yes, here.
got sage there. Come on. It's frozen. I don't want to get the paper off. Paper got stuck under it. So. Now the problem with my cooking is that my hand is my measuring cup.
My name is that way.
How many wrinkles does it cover? Okay. So I try to tell people that you gotta measure it out in your hand. And someday I'll measure it out in my hand and I'll figure out how much is in that hand.
We tried that with my my great grandma, and it just wasn't. It was close, but it wasn't quite the same. We could never get it perfect.
It's and I guess it all depends on the size of the hand.
Yeah. Well, like for all the recipes were like 3 fistfuls of flour. And we were like, okay.
What's a fistful?
That is not the same as her.
Right. So what I do is hand me the sage there, open it up. These I'm making so much, I need about that much sage.
All right.
Okay? Double. Not quite as much, almost a full bottle. Okay, so if you're doing it, you know, two-thirds of that bottle. Yeah. Okay, now the poultry seasoning. See, that's what the turkey seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Is it old? Okay. About that much. That'll work. Okay. All right. I don't need that one. All right. Now I'm gonna put this on the stove here. Let this butter melt down. Front. About medium. Let that butter melt, and then I'll start feeding that all of that into it. Man, that was quick. Thank you. There's the biggest problem is these. They all have to be scrubbed. Potatoes. But I like to wash my potatoes and then parboil them.
Oh, okay.
If I parboil them ahead of time, that makes them easier to peel. You can peel them with a plastic knife. And then cut them up.
Oh, okay.
I'll parboil them first. But I gotta scrub them. Potatoes are so dirty.
Yes.
They really are. But, and this will hold 10 pounds. Okay, so I will do this 3 times. Anyway, did you want to get a look at these turkeys I got?
Yeah.
And this comes from Rental Center. Rental Center donates the refrigerators. Okay?
Wow.
Branson, Sheriff's Department, Hollister, and Fire Department, based on size.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's pies, Go Whip. I got 2 more cookies in this freezer. One of them is for our dinner, so there's no sense. We're not having dinner till Wednesday here at the park.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got one little one to give away.
Okay.
Okay. Now. All right, guys. Hi, everybody over there in the chat. Hello. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just busy. Okay. I'm gonna get these potatoes. No, I can't. I can't stand that same scrub potatoes. Anyway, the rest of the dressing, all of this gets done, and then we actually toast. I don't use croutons. We'll actually toast all this bread in the oven. We'll toast it dark on one side and no toast on the other, only toast it on one side. Then that'll all get cut up for the dressing. I use white bread, crust and all, and that takes somebody sitting here at the oven.
Yeah.
Okay, we use the top rack and put them on the top rack and put the broiler pan. She's got those cookie sheets over there that we can lay the bread on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we toast the bread on one side only, and then it all gets chucked up into about 1-inch squares. There will be enough bread to take that roaster pan, and it'll actually be mounded up when I first start. Of course, it quickly shrinks when you add the hot onions and celery to it.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I tell everybody, wash all the way to the elbows, because you cannot make good dressing without using hands. Dressing is in a field. You add your broth. I always use the hot broth first from the giblets. And then we don't use the mini marshmallows because they don't look as pretty. So we got big marshmallows. We'll cover the entire pan with the marshmallows after I cook it. I usually mash the yams with pumpkin spice and butter and brown sugar. For that. Then everybody, of course, gets a jar of gravy, a can of cranberry sauce. But right now, I'm going to have to wait on some more help because there's no way I can stand wash potatoes.
That's okay.
Or turkeys. I cannot even lift those turkeys out of there. So I'm hoping that Kim and her family show up.
Did they say what time they were thinking about getting here?
9. That's a little late, okay? That's okay, I'll deal with it. Somebody needs to come take this off this pot. Otherwise it'll burn onto it. We had it marked so nobody would take my pot. And there's more groceries to come. Richard's got to go get some more. Pick them up at Country Mart today.
Sounds good.
Come on. Damn. I got goo going down at the house to clean it off with it. It should burn off here, but it's nice if I could get it off. It's only been on here for a year. Oh, I think I got the worst of it off of here. Anything else sticks on here, it'll turn brown. And it may come loose easier after the pan is hot too.
Yeah.
But it's on the outside, it's not on the inside. It's not gonna hurt what's inside. It needs to be washed out. Bug in it. A dead bug. Still a bug. Okay. Oh,
Well, while we're waiting for them,
yes.
let's grab your interview real quick.
All right, that'll work. Okay.
Where do you want to sit?
Probably right here.
Okay.
Would be good for me.
So this part's going to clip onto your shirt, and I can do that, and this part's going to just sit right there.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yes, guys, the lady from KY3 is here. Ellie? Emma from KY3 News is here to document this. So I'm going to have a conversation with her. How about that?
And then I'll ask questions, and
I'll give answers.
I'll give answers. Can you say your first and last name and spell them for your mic check?
Mona Miller. That's MONA MILLER.
So, for people watching this tonight, can you kind of explain what you're doing and then how long you've been doing it?
Okay, this is what I've called my heroes theme, because without my law enforcement, they are our local heroes. And for 5 years now, this will be the 5th annual year, that I make sure that Branson PD, Hollister PD, Taney County Sheriff's Department, and the first responders and firefighters all get a good home-cooked Thanksgiving meal that we deliver to them cold on Tuesday. And we do it on Tuesday to allow them to have turkey on Tuesday, maybe a hamburger on Wednesday, and go back and eat turkey. So it's a break for them.
So you said you started about 5 years ago. So what was your first year that you did it? What inspired you to do it?
Well, the Veterans Task Force and Bill Wright offered to give us vets turkeys and some of the fixings. And I said, well, can you give me 5? And they said, so I can make dinner for the fire department and the police departments. And they said, sure. Well, I'm getting 3 turkeys, a loaf of bread, some cranberry sauce, some green beans. I'm like, if you give it to me, I'll cook it. I have this beautiful kitchen at Stagecoach that allows me to do that.
So when you're delivering these, what types of food are they going to be getting?
They're going to receive a turkey, dressing, green bean casserole, candied yams, pie, cake, cranberry sauce, gravy, mashed potatoes, and giveaway bags.
So when you're giving it to them, is the hope that it'll just make the people that have to work that day will make their lives easier?
Honey, as I will put it in their words to me, it's just a blessing to be able to come in, grab a good meal, put it in the microwave, heat it up, even when they're in between. You know, while they're sitting there doing reports, they can have a good meal.
So for law officials and just first responders working on holidays, do you think that we kind of forget that some people have to work on holidays and that they still deserve, to celebrate too? Yes,
we do. We kind of, they're left, we ignore them most of the time, okay? Very seldom do people come out and say, hey, thank you for your service. We thank service members that wear veterans hats all over Branson all the time, but we need to thank our firefighters and our first responders and our police department because they keep us safe. And I want to honor that safety and that work at least once a year.
So if people are wanting to get involved in this or are inspired by this, maybe want to do it in their own community, how would you encourage them?
I'll encourage them to talk to their local businesses. Okay, businesses are safe because of law enforcement and firefighters. Talk to your local businesses, like we talk to Country Marts, we talk to Price Choppers, we deal with the Veterans Task Force and Bill Wright. They're the ones that came up with the idea that they wanted to give something back to our vets in the way of a Thanksgiving turkey dinner for them. And, veterans come in all shapes and sizes. And I'm sorry, anyone who wears a badge or a uniform deserves to be recognized.
I think that's all the questions I have for you. I can hear the butter start to go.
Okay.
So I'll just get some more video of the food around here and maybe us cooking over there and getting that ready.
Thank you for your help.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. I'm gonna go to my butter here.
Oh, yeah.
First year, we didn't even have an electric can opener. And I'm gonna tell you what, you start opening up that many cans of green beans
Yeah.
and yams, and the first year, all the green beans were the small cans.
Yeah.
Oh, did we ever open up a lot of green beans, okay? All right, we can start putting that in here. I'll bring it over there. It's easier. I don't have to worry about the stove that way. I have trivets set here for hot plates. So. My coffee cup is in the way. My potato pot. Pull this over here. And again, wash those hands, folks. You gotta use hands. It doesn't work any other way. Oh, it's going on the floor. That's okay. I won't miss it.
You might, I can get most of it.
You'd be surprised what you can get in this one.
Oh, yeah.
It holds a lot. And I'm gonna need a box of that, a box or two of that chicken broth. That's it.
Okay.
I don't think I cut that one off. Yeah, just a moment. I'm gonna make a Ziploc bag for the dinner I'm giving away. Okay, there's a Ziploc bag sitting there.
Okay.
Now, because I'm gonna be giving a Thanksgiving dinner away, I will send them with the already cut celery, so that they can make their own dressing, okay? Because it's the celery and onions that gives the dressing all its flavor.
Oh, yeah.
But the secret to our dressing is eggs.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
I add eggs to the dressing. It makes it fluffier, and it makes it more like a cake the next day when it's cold.
Oh.
You can cut it up and eat it like cake. It's really good that way. So, it's good enough. That's in here, but I don't throw on the floor. And then, once we've mixed up all the goodies for the dressing, got it in the pan. Can you open those for me,
Yeah.
man? Okay.
Do you need the other one open too?
Yeah. Frog in my throat. I miss Pam.
Mhm.
Pam moved after being here for 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
She moved, and she was my right-hand prepper.
Oh, okay.
She kept the dishes all washed, always. And she did a lot of the chop.
Oh, okay.
And there we go. It's got a good temperature on it. Okay. That's cooking. Woohoo, that's the biggest part out of the way, except for the potatoes. Can't smell potatoes. I gotta get somebody here. Hope that Kim shows up, because I cannot stand this girl.
You have her phone number? You want me to call her?
Let's see. She messaged me yesterday. Number here. No, that's you. It's you. I thought it was her yesterday. So maybe or maybe not. I'll have to see if Debbie wants to come over and contact. Yeah, I'll just walk to the office. I'll walk outside here and then go to the office and see if I can't get. I must have left them in there. Let me see if I can. Anybody want help?
Volunteers here in Branson are preparing food for people that say, volunteers here in Branson are prepping a lot of Thanksgiving meals for people that they say serve and protect them. Here in Branson, volunteers are prepping volunteers are prepping Thanksgiving meals for people that serve and protect. Here in Branson, volunteers are prepping meals to make sure that their first responders don't go without them. Here in Branson, volunteers are prepping Thanksgiving meals to make sure their first responders don't miss out in the holiday fun. Here in Branson, one woman has started a movement to help feed first responders on Thanksgiving Day. These meals will go out to the different stations. These meals will go out to the different organizations here in the Branson area on Tuesday. These meals will go out to the different organizations on Tuesday in Branson and McDarris, KY3 News. Miss Mona is out right now, but I just want to say I'm so impressed with who she is and all the stuff that she's doing here. I think she's just great. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Hi.
Craziness.
Okay.
It's just crazy. God love her though.
Oh, goodness. Ugh.
It's 63 degrees in here. I got a feeling it's gonna get a lot warmer.
Yeah, I've known.
Once I start toasting bread. I mean, I got all day today and all day tomorrow. Today, I wanna get 2 turkeys on. I've got the roasters ready as soon as I get 2 turkeys for it. And the turkeys are gonna take,
Are they called out?
yes, they're ready.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I came up here at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
checked on it, and they were thawed. And,
Oh, okay.
and my refrigerator was starting to warm up,
Oh, yeah.
so I unplugged it and shut the doors and plugged the refrigerator in. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they're thawed,
Oh, good.
and, except for ours.
Oh, well.
I figure I'd put it in the refrigerator.
It's got a couple more days.
Yeah. I've got one in there I was gonna give, and my family does come down from
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
They
you
drive
told
all the
me
way
about
from
that.
Buffalo.
So what 2 do you want washed?
The ones on the bottom, I want to get Branson and Hollister. They're marked.
Here, have you given her a plan? Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get my gimlet. Cook it too, get them out there. I got 3 canines to feed. 1 in Forsyth and 2 in Franklin. Call them that.
Almost going up for my second interview. Are there any of the first responders that you think would do an interview? Anybody that's good to talk to?
Would be Eric Schmidt, the chief of police for Vanessa.
Okay.
Okay? He will give you a good interview.
Perfect.
In fact, last year he come in to pick it up, he was like, Mona, did you make your green bean casserole? I love your green bean casserole. So he will, he's usually the one that comes and picks it up. And then Lewis Chapman, for the fire department, is over here at the gun shop,
Okay.
right down the road.
Yeah.
Lewis Chapman. He's one of our first responders. He's actually the man who spent 31 hours in the water. The David Duckworth family.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
This is the man that pulled all the bodies out.
Wow.
And one story that was never told, the family that lost 19, the father was huge. When they got to the duck underwater, he was stuck with 2 babies in his arms in the door. He blocked the doorway from all those other people. That never got told.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Joplin tornado story. We hear all about that. But no one ever tells you that FEMA held 11 full rescue teams at the fire department for over 11 hours before they would even let us go in and search. You know, you got that golden hour.
Yeah.
Well, I came with the fire department out of Omaha. We made it there in 45 minutes. We figured we had 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
And they literally held us, did not let us go into the air because it was like, okay? And I'm like, look around you, these are firefighters. They run into burning
Yeah.
buildings they
They're
fight
gonna be
fires
fine.
in thunderstorms, okay? But no, they literally held us there for over 11 hours before they let us start dropping. A lot of people bled to death because they were impaled and nobody came to them. That is what, and no one tells that story. That's a FEMA against FEMA. And I said the minute we pulled up, I seen the FEMA truck, I know we're screwed. We're screwed and captured. They came through with Jay Nixon, was our mayor. And then he come through with this on him in the firehouse. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And when he reached out to take my hand, I told him, I said, you're killing people out there. Get the hell out of our way. He moved on and this lady that was with him said, we can't let you out there, there's lightning in the area. I'm like, people are dying out there.
Yeah,
And
some of the puppies there.
Huh?
It's having right here.
Are they all on the inside from there?
Yeah, there's still some ice in there. Yeah. But that's normal.
So Eric Schmidt, and what was the other name again?
Lewis Chapman, he's with the fire department, and Eric is going to be the chief of police for Brandon. I think our canines are like this. Huh? Hairs or something. You know what? Oh, spaces these 3 parts. And they did cut between the discs.
Okay, well, I'm headed out. I've got a
Well,
church
thank you,
potluck. I
Emma.
gotta go to, yeah.
I appreciate you
Yeah, of
coming.
course.
Thank you, my dear. God bless you, hon. I look forward to seeing your report this evening.
Oh, yeah. At the 5, 9, and 10.
Yes, dear, I can do that. And I need to put it in a roasting bag. Okay. I got it. I got it.
Put it down on that.
And I've got the spot right over there on that table set up. Yeah. Okay. Can you wash one of those for me off the ends? I stuff it in the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Scissors. Come on. Hold there. Here. Put my butter. Huh? That goes up inside here. Get that to my dogs too. Okay, honey.
I'll give you the other one, but I gotta go down and get a hair tie.
Okay, honey. I gotta find my butter.
I need a hair tie.
Okay. Oh, celery and onion on the knife ain't gonna hurt any. Okay, for those of you in the chat, I take a stick of butter, cut it in half, and in half again long ways. And then I cut it again. So I take 1/8 of a stick of butter and I shove it down in the breast, both sides, like that. Then I sprinkle it with Lipton onion soup next. I rub it all over my turkey. Like so, and inside the turkey. It's my flavoring. Okay. I did cut the tail off of the turkey because I fix that with my giblets for my canines. I use a roasting bag. I don't know if you guys can even see me where I'm at. You can't. Let me turn me around here. Okay. Yeah, you can see me. Okay. Left an onion soup, stock of celery stuffed up inside. Grab a roasting bag and wait on help to get here. I can't lift this turkey. This is Branson's turkey, I believe. This is almost a 25-pound turkey. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna try this. See if I can do it. Phone's ringing. I'm walking away from my walker again. Hello? Hello? The one that's on that chair? Okay. 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 Now let me see if I can. Find it. This is a 25-pound turkey. Here comes another. Help me. I need help putting this in.
It's hard to do anything with your hair down. When
Yeah.
It's as long as mine.
You can pick him up by his feet and I can put him in there. Okay. And it says to vent 6 places.
Yes. Otherwise they explode.
I know.
I know that from experience.
Oh. Okay. And get the 6 pokes, it says. Okay. And it's ready to set into a hot oven. I'm going to bring pot holders. And set it back there.
Needs to go in the.
This is hot already.
I hope so.
In there.
Okay, for dinner, we're definitely gonna have to move these people.
You and me. You and
They're
me both.
pretty, but hello. Not
Okay.
functional.
I need to set my timer for this one.
Well, that's on you.
I got my box here to do that. Okay. Ten,
41, 2, 3, 4, 41 gives you 15 minutes, so 3 o'clock. Yeah. Safe. Okay, the alarm is set on that turkey. That's Branson's.